was breaking down. It was breaking down shooting at the rim. Do you think that is bigger concern or his outside shot?
Ooh,
a bigger concern?
Yes.
I think him making his outside shot will be a bigger concern because I'm not worried about him getting layups. And once he has, the guys out there, it'll take away from that pressure. When he has a guy like Jaden Ivey, he's not going to be getting double teamed as much when he has lob threats out there, like a Jalen Duren, like a Marvin Bagley. When he gets back, he won't have to worry about as much pressure meeting him as the rim because they can't go off of those guys. So I think him knocking down his outside shot will be more important.
Yeah, I gotta go with you. I think the outside shot, especially considering like having Jaden Ivey on the team, I think he's gonna take a lot of shots at the rack. And what I want him to develop, if he's gonna be a ball handler on his team, is kicking the ball out to guys and hit, and make open threes. We were bottom of the league last year, making 3-pointers, and we were top of the draft because we sucked. So yeah, I definitely want to see Cade's 3-point shot going more. I'm less concerned with the interior.
Okay, JB.
I gotta go with outside shot. I know my man can, attack the rim, but I definitely want to see him take shots out there. And as you guys said, bringing Ivy in, that'll open things up a lot more for him. So outside shot for me.
Okay. Second question is a lot easier, a lot shorter. So with Bagley being out for 4 to 6 weeks, missing start of the season, we all have talked about the potential of Jalen Duren starting at some point this year, starting at center. My question is this enough of a sample size for him to usurp it and earn that starting spot at the beginning of the season? Because I actually think it is. I think he has a shot. Not saying it's likely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it is. It's definitely going to be a big sample size. He's going to be getting a lot of minutes. It depends on his play, obviously. If he goes out there and he does things that's an undeniable force that we need to put in the lineup, he's going to usurp that spot. He is going to be the guy that gets it. If he shows that he can rebound on the level he did in the preseason and in the summer league in actual NBA games, as well as protect the rim and be wary of that foul trouble, because he did get into foul trouble a lot in the preseason, then yeah, I could see him definitely using his minutes, taking the most out of those minutes, and ending up with that starting spot.
He's just so young, man. And Dwayne Casey, he's stubborn sometimes. I feel like he doesn't give his young guys the minutes I feel like they need to develop. That's maybe going a little bit too far, but we know how he is. He gives the vets a lot of PT, at least PT over the young guys. But I can't specifically say I see him starting. Maybe maybe a couple of the injuries, but I hope that's the case. I'm really high on Duren. I really.
Me too. I think he's one of the best draft picks and prospects the Pistons have. I think he has a very high ceiling with his ability to rebound and defend. Yeah. If he can even just do that at the level that he's done in the preseason, projecting that forward and improving on that alone is good. Not to mention the offensive game, the passing, and the mid range. So I think he has a shot. 3 to 4 to 6 weeks, like that whole range. That's a good chunk of the season. That's a lot of time for him to usurp. Sure. And I think Dwayne Casey will give him a shot. What do you think, JB?
I rolled the dice with him. I would put him in that starting lineup. I mean, there's no better way to learn and get experience than, just throwing him right there in that fire. As you guys said, he needs to stay out of foul trouble a lot more. During preseason, he had issues there, but he's making the most of his opportunity. So I'm going to praise him for it and, give him that opportunity. Go ahead.
Real quick, if I may, too, I don't know that Duren will be like an elite overall player where he's like a superstar amongst the league, but I think he could be elite at the things we ask him for, and I feel like that's important in winning basketball. That's why I wanted a guy that was a fit for the team rather than like the best guy available.
A Robert Williams type, you know,
be elite
with
at
more
grabbing boards
skill
and be elite at playing defense.
Absolutely. And if he can do more than that offensively, that's a huge plus. Yeah. The other thing that none of you mentioned that I think is also a big point is how quickly he develops chemistry with Cade. We all saw how much Cade loves that lob threat. If he can prove to be a better lob threat than Bagley, I think he has a real shot at earning the starting spot sooner rather than later.